Welcome everybody once again to the new Spanish Academy. This is none other than a Spanish freestyle lesson. Again, very shortly, if it's the first time you're watching one of these videos, I'm not gonna rap, I'm not gonna freestyle rap. I'm just gonna open this lesson and say what comes to my mind and teach you some Spanish off the top of my head. I came up with these lessons because sometimes I'm walking in my neighborhood or any part of the world and I'm thinking, oh, this would be a good phrase to teach. Maybe because I hear it, maybe because, I just think about it, or I'm thinking of a thought and I'm like, okay, this word might be good. And then I come up with ways of how I can explain it. Then I come home and then I forget it. Should have write it down is what I always say, right? So I'm thinking, you know what? I'm just gonna start doing these freestyle lessons. So if anybody else does it, you know who was the first one. The new Spanish Academy, once again, La Nueva Academia de Español, and you know where to find us. You can find us in school. There's a membership, and you better be there. Okay, so let me see. Something that I think about when I meet foreigners that learn Spanish, or myself learning new languages. Sometimes it's very easy to impress some people, right? In China, in Chinese, for example, you say ni hao, like hello, and they're like, oh my god, your Chinese is so good. And I'm thinking, let me show you a little bit more, okay? All right, but maybe, Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, Poland, Finland, very, Serbia, random places. And I like to learn a phrase and I say, hello, how are you? And then I forget it. And then I learn how to say, what time is it? But I think that it's very interesting to tell people, for example, you know what, my Spanish is not so good because I just started speaking Spanish. My Spanish is not so good because I haven't been reading so much. I haven't had time, right? Just saying a phrase like that will make people say, something like, well, you're doing a good job though. Sounds good to me, encouraging phrases from these people, wherever you may be at. In this case, we're learning Spanish, so of course, Spanish it is. And let's see here. I have probably spoken about this in some other videos, some other situations, but here I'm just gonna focus on what comes to my mind when it comes to like introducing yourself and say something like, yo no hablo muy bien el español. Boom. I don't speak so well the Spanish, right? Is how we say in Spanish. All right. Yo no hablo muy bien el español, pero lo estoy aprendiendo. All right. So I don't speak very good the Spanish. That's how we say in Spanish, right? El español. Or you can also say yo no hablo muy bien español. You can actually also say both ways. So I'm gonna do it like this. Pero lo estoy aprendiendo. But I am learning. So yes, one word express why I am, because as if you speak other languages, you can do that, right? This is I am, estoy. Because if you say estás, then it means you are, all right? So you don't necessarily have to write the I, because we already know. Aprendiendo, the endo is the ing, the ing, learning. So aprender is to learn, learning is aprendiendo. So yo no hablo muy bien español, pero lo estoy aprendiendo. Okay? Now maybe I said it fast, and I want you to try to say it fast. And when you say it fast, you will get stuck in some place. Yo no hablo muy bien, pero lo estoy aprendiendo, right? And at this part where you get stuck, I want you to go slowly. Viene el español, right? I want you to work like that by yourself, okay? And so we learn how to say it slowly, good, and fast, good. I don't want people to speak slowly bad or fast bad, okay? Now, yo no hablo muy bien el español. I don't speak very good. You can say, and they're gonna tell you, no, ¿qué va? Like, what are you saying? Not at all. ¿Qué va? Lo hablas muy, pero muy bien. All right. You speak it very but very good, right? So this is a way of expressing muy pero muy bien, right? Very, so very, but very. But the way pero means but. Very but very good. Muy pero muy bien. Muy pero muy, okay? Remember that. So, ¿qué va? What are you saying? All right, ¿qué va? So, va is to go. What goes? Basically, it's weird to hear it in English, but it means like not at all. ¿Qué va? Lo hablas muy pero muy bien. All right? Then you can say something like this. We learned in the previous lesson, la verdad es que, the truth is that, right? Actually, la verdad es que todavía, still, me falta mucho. Still, falta is, remember, fault, but it doesn't mean fault. It means there's a lot left, right? A lot left. Me falta mucho. So if you're missing somebody, something is missing, you use the word falta, all right? Which is also used for fault when you're playing a game and somebody gets a red card because he did a fault. It's called falta, okay? Right. But if you want to say it's your fault, then you say es tu culpa. Es tu culpa, right? This means it's your fault. And since this is a freestyle lesson, and you probably know already how I teach, you know, I come up with an idea and then I go off the tangent because I found another word that I want to teach you. So here, I think is a good one to learn. Es tu culpa, it's your fault. All right, but sometimes as an adult, you want to say something like, it's my fault, all right? Es mi culpa, right? So this means it's my fault, all right? Es tu culpa, it's your fault. Es mi culpa, it's my fault, okay? So, all right, so here we have, la verdad es que todavía me falta mucho. Still, I like this word, todavía, todavía. And I want you to use it even though you're a very beginner and even though nobody expects you to use it and even though in another school they will not teach you this word as a very beginner, even though it's an easy word. So that's what we want to do. Todavía no, still not, todavía. Todavía means still, all right? Todavía no. Todavía no sé mucho. Still, I don't know a lot. So basically, turns out that this lesson is it's a little bit about you know, letting people know you're not as good as you could be, all right? So you're just started, you just got started, all right? So todavía no sé mucho. Sé solamente un poquito. All right, so if you say it like this, you're gonna sound like you're so humble because you know more than you do because the way you express yourself, it sounds just good, all right? So sé solamente, I know, only, remember that the words that finish with li, as only, solely, precisely, in Spanish finish with mente. So sola, only, mente. Solely, a little. So I know, only, solamente, un poquito. Un poquito, right? So you don't say a package, you don't say un paquete, because that means package, all right? It's not a package. You don't say I just speak a package, because some people confuse poquito with paquete, and that means package, and you don't want to say I speak just the package, all right? People are gonna laugh, okay? So, todavía no sé mucho, sé solamente un poquito, okay? Now, in this lesson, unexpectedly, we're learning really cool words and cool phrases that you will not learn anywhere else in the world. But we have here todavía, which I want you to use right away, and solamente, whenever you're gonna say, oh yeah, one or two, say solamente one or two. Solamente one, solamente two. How many days have you been here? Solamente one day. How long time have you been learning Spanish? Solamente 1 year. Solamente 2 meses. Solamente 2 months, all right? Good stuff. All right, so what else we have here? So you are defending yourself because you're saying you are so good, and you are defending yourself and telling them, no, I'm not so good yet. You see? Defending yourself. All right, they are attacking you with compliments and you are like defending yourself with negative stuff, which make you sound good. That's the point. All right, so we have here recién, which means just recently, like just like, yeah, just got started, for example. Recién lo he empezado a aprender. Okay, so this sentence feels like it's a little bit, might feel a little bit hard for you, but you know what? It is just 6 words. Okay, so let's go. Let's go. Don't see it as an advanced sentence. See it as it's just 6 words. It could be 6 easy words, and it can be 6 more advanced words. And at the end of the day, they're not advanced. Empezado is started, like the tense of the verb start. Aprender is to learn. Recién is just recently. Lo he, it, I have started to learn. Just recently, it, I have started to learn. Sounds weird, right? Okay, so say it again. Recién lo he. Don't say lo he empezado. Lo he empezado. Lo he empezado. Lo he empezado. So in the New Spanish Academy, we focus a lot on pronunciation. Chinese people will say, we focus a lot too on a pronunciation. All right? We focus a lot on pronunciation. Okay? So, recién lo he empezado a aprender. So, empezado empezado a aprender. That's what's going to make you sound really good. And is it hard? Is it advanced? Does it take talent? People will hear you and say, oh my God, you have talent. And you will be like, damn, feels like I'm cheating. New Spanish Academy taught me this simple thing. Feels like I'm cheating because all of them think I'm really good. All of them think it takes talent. And it just takes a little bit of thought. Empezado a. Don't say, aprender. Empezado a aprender. Recién lo he empezado a aprender. I just got started learning it, okay? All right. All right, so let's say, llevo, I bring with me. It's literally the word llevar, the llevo, I bring, llevo, but it is also used for saying, I've been for this while, right? For example, llevo 3 meses, I've been 3 months, aprendiéndolo, all right? So this lo, so aprendiendo means learning, aprendiendo, and lo is the it, learning it, all right? Because what is it? We already are talking about Spanish, right? So we know what it means, what it is referred to. I've been learning it. What? What do you mean it? You've been learning what? Russian? German? French? No, Spanish. We already have cemented that, okay? So we say, llevo 3 meses aprendiéndolo. All right, so these small connections where you put 2 words together, aprendiéndolo, is what makes people think that you are, more advanced than you might be, okay? Llevo 3 meses aprendiéndolo. Does it sound difficult? Let's add another word then. Llevo solamente 3 meses aprendiéndolo. Okay? So whenever something sounds difficult, put an extra word and then take away that word and you'll be like, okay, it was not as difficult as it can be. Okay? So, recién lo he empezado a aprender. I just got started learning it. Llevo 3 meses aprendiéndolo. You can say hace poco. Okay, so this video is a gold mine actually. Didn't know I was gonna come up with so many things, And it's already 14 minutes and I want to keep it short. So we have passed my idea of a short video. Alright, llevo 4 meses aprendiéndolo. Hace poco hace poco let's find a word. So basically this means since a little. Hace poco lo estoy estudiando. All right. Since a little, I am studying. Since a little, I am studying. And you might be wondering, can I say estudiando lo, like here, aprendiéndolo. Yes, we can do like this. Hace poco estoy estudiándolo. All right. So this is a little bit of an explanation or grammar that I will go a little bit more into in the general course. Basically, but it's good that you already seen an example and that this is possible. All right. All right. Later, I'm gonna give you more examples with other words, and you're gonna start to feeling the words, the meanings, the language, which is what we need. All right. Feeling means that you know, I feel like I'm making a mistake, right? This feels wrong, this feels right, okay? Even though you're not an expert, you still kind of like start to having an understanding or a hunch of, okay, this might not be right. All right, so let's see. Hace poco estoy estudiándolo, hace poco lo estoy estudiando, llevo 3 meses aprendiéndolo. You can say llevo 3 meses estudiándolo. So estudiando means studying, aprendiendo means learning it. Okay? And I want to give you one more phrase. Let's see what it can be. So what do you want to say when you are talking to somebody and they're saying, oh my God, you're quite good, you're quite good. So you can say, me gusta mucho el español, pero sé hablar un poquito. So I like Spanish a lot, but I know, sé hablar, I know to speak a little. All right. And let's finish with another sentence. Let's see what we can say here. We have learned very cool phrases like, or expressions like hace poco, recently, or recién, like just now, like just recently. Okay. All right, let's see here. This is another great word. Acabo. All right. Acabo de terminar el primer curso en la nueva academia de español. All right. So acabo means I finished, right? But it's also used when expressing time. I just finished to finish. So terminar and acabar is the same. You can also say acabo de acabar, but let's say terminar. Acabo de terminar. I just finishing the first course in the new Spanish Academy. All right, let's put it like this. The new Spanish Academy. So acabo de terminar el primer curso. Acabo de terminar el primer curso. All right, and we're gonna finish with this. Acabo de. All right, we can say acabo de comer. Did you eat? And you can reply acabo de comer. I finished eating. I just ate. Acabo de comer. Acabo de hablar con ella. All right, I just spoke. Con means with her, con ella. All right, like this. Acabo de comer. Acabo de hablar con ella. Acabo de ver el video. All right, so I just saw the video. Acabo de ver el video. Okay, so just let's do a little bit of a recap. Acabo de is what I want you to remember. I want you to remember how to say hace poco, just recently, and recién, just recently as well. Yo hablo muy bien el español, pero no hablo muy bien. So yo no hablo muy bien el español. I don't speak so good Spanish, but I am learning. No, que va. This is not the thing you wanna learn. Que va. All right. So you wanna use it, for example, when somebody says something like, have you studied Spanish for many years? No, que va. I just started learning at the new Spanish Academy. No, que va. No, not at all. All right. Lo hablas muy pero muy bien. All right, muy pero muy. All right, this is very colloquial, and you know you might be going to hear it a lot. Muy pero muy. Very but very good. Very but very delicious. All right. All right. La verdad es que this one is actually something we saw in the previous video. Means actually, the truth is that todavía, still, me falta mucho. Todavía, great word. All right. And es tu culpa, is your fault, es mi culpa, it's my fault, all right? Taking responsibility to learn Spanish at the New Spanish Academy. This was another one of the Spanish freestyle lessons, okay? So we got some nice information in there tucked into your pocket, all right? So you have Spanish in your pocket for whenever you need it, for whenever you go to Spain or South America, or just, you know, or you just wanna know what they're saying or speak some Spanish anywhere online, okay? Tell us what you think. If there is something else you want me to freestyle about or to talk about or make a lesson about, or yeah, just bring your friends, join the community, the membership, and keep learning Spanish with us.